Hi, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. I am EBINOTTI, and today we're doing the new moon reading. Woo! The new moon. We finally made it. Okay, if you're new here, hi. Like I said, I'm EBINOTTI. We are going to sit down and do a tarot reading today for the new moon. We do all of the moon cycles around here, and any big energy shifts that I'm picking up for the collective, anything that's feeling relative. Okay, so we're a big divine feminine collective here, a big tribe at EBINOTTI. But if you are not a divine feminine and you ended up here, please know that you are very welcome. Okay, everybody is welcome here as long as they're open-hearted and they're into that alignment or the good life. Okay, so we're going to sit down today and talk Aquarius energy, new moon Aquarius. We are in Aquarius season. Please forgive me if you hear my fan. I had to leave my door open and my fan on today for all of the reasons that chaos is entering our lives today. Let us just take a moment of silence for our peace, okay? Because there's going to be no peace outside of forced peace, where we choose to just actively be in peace regardless of what's going on. Okay, so we're going to be smoking. We might swear a little because that kind of stuff happens around here with the adults, and it just is what it is. We're going to roll with the punches today because they're coming in hot. It's like a jab, 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 right hook kind of energy, if you know that life, by Gary V. So the entrepreneur is Aquarius is a very air element. Aquarius, are you following? Amazing. It's a very strong mental energy. It is the eldest of the air signs, okay? Aquarius. So we are not fucking about. You may have heard people in the community talking about the age of Aquarius. We are ushering in the age of Aquarius. In my opinion, Aquarius is here, okay? Once you crack that door open, it's accessible to the collective, period. And that's very much so how it's feeling. The mental space is heavy. Things are coming up. They are getting in the way, but it's not all distractions around here. We have some very strong mental energy that we can be working with in the season of Aquarius, and especially with new moon Aquarius, the opening of the entire Aquarius season, which will culminate in 6 months with the full moon Aquarius. You see how this goes? You can lay out some really big projects for yourself, some goals, some things you want to understand this year, things you want to learn this year. We love learning around here, okay? Especially with the feminine creative energy. We love to learn new skills, new hobbies, art, things that make us happy, things we have fun doing. So there's a lot of that pressure in the mental. If you're having eye issues, sinus issues, headaches, anything like that, just know that the third eye is doing a lot right now. I'm not an astrologer, if you don't know. Hi, I read the cards. And I read the energy, but I do not know astrology. I just enjoy studying it, okay? So within the astrology of it all right now, people are talking a lot about what we do have access to and what we don't. And that's going to be independent. That's going to be different for you as it is for me. Even though we are all one in this, we have sort of different missions to accomplish. So if you're very much so being drawn to do something, even if it maybe doesn't make sense to you or you don't know why you would be needing to focus in a certain arena right now when you have maybe a million other things to do, my recommendation as a Pisces, as the divine feminine who reads for this tribe, is go with the flow with the go, okay? Because their surrender energy is very strong. And this is the concept of, yes, you have free will, but the will of God is first. Yes, you have magic and power to create within the universal consciousness, but there is a greater project at work, or there is a greater existence within that energy, the unified consciousness field, the divine mother. There's just more work at play. It's not just you. You're tiny on the scale, right? So we get to have all this free will, but we do have to surrender if volcanoes happen, natural disasters, especially on our earthly plane, okay? So we are surrendering, we are being powerful, we just don't know which one we're doing until it happens. And that's, for the mental energy for Aquarius, not a good time, okay? That's not the best time. The last time we sat down and did the reading for full moon Cancer, we talked about the masculine energy needing to be put on the shelf for a little bit, and it's kind of getting dusty, and the masculine energy hates not being able to spear life. And this is feeling a little bit similar with the mental energy because, again, it's masculine energy with the air element up in the head space. But it's not enjoying taking a back seat or having to give up control. It's like, no, but I wanted to get this done. And the universe that be is just like too fucking bad because there's another timeline going on here that you're a part of. So yeah, came in with a mission. It seems like Mission Impossible right now. Excuse me. It seems like Mission Impossible right now, trying to get everything to line up the way we think it should be lining up. So my recommendation as the feminine energy out here is surrender, baby, because it's the only way to move fast and effectively right now. And you know we love to be progressive. So it's, if you want to move fast, if you want to be progressive right now, you're gonna have to surrender to exactly what's going on in front of you and show grace, show patience, show all of those wonderful, wise, mature things when shit hits the fan, shit goes sideways, timing's not lining up, things look like they're not working in your favor. Don't think for 1 second that that's what's going on, because it's not. Because it's not. Okay, cheers to you. We're going to get into this. I'm going to pick out some cards here, like I do. I haven't got anything picked out for us just yet. So we're going to see for new moon Aquarius, so much amazing energy coming into this, and it feels a little bit stressful, kind of lingering, like waiting for the other shoe to drop kind of energy, which is okay, but there is some really powerful, beautiful energy coming in. We're going to try and hold on to that. So cheers to you if you're having some sips. I am drinking a Nescafe, sweet and creamy. I also know we are going to smoke right out the gate on this one today because up to here, baby. I am up to here. A little bit stressed out. You can see it in my eyes. I'm a little tired. The sleep schedules, the dream space, if it's called, we will get into that again. It's some pretty important stuff going on for all of us. But if you are wanting a lot of messages on sleep and dreams, I would go back a moon cycle and watch the full moon Cancer reading, because we did discuss that. That's when that really started playing out for the collective. So if you're needing to focus in that arena, go there. Anything new that comes up in that arena, we will discuss today. But all that's feeling called right now to speak on is just keeping it light, okay? Trusting yourself and having faith in whatever it is that you have faith in. So yourself, your higher self, the universe, God, okay? And knowing that there's purpose to what's going on in your world right now. And that's all the things that you think aren't going the way they should be, or you would be doing differently if you were the one in control, okay? So it's having trust in the spirit realm, and having trust in the physical realm that we are on track and we are where we are needing to be. We are guided to where we are needing to be. That's real trust. And it'll also help you remain calm when everything's out of your control. We like control. We're a bit of control freaks sometimes, okay? So if you can relate to being a control freak, then you might be feeling a little bit of that energy now. I'm feeling the need to sort of grab things like my little things that I keep, maybe a little wand, or just kind of like check my surroundings. Feeling the need to kind of like, okay, we need to calm the physical body and really lean into this. The thing about Aquarius as the eldest of the air signs is when they go out of balance, it can be really heavy to carry it, because it's not just like things that bother you, it's like your deepest fears. It's not just like things you desire from the mind right now. It's like all of your hope, okay? And it feels very black and white. Please excuse the mess behind me today. I just did not have the time to clean up the room and get everything I needed to get done today. So as you can see, the clothing rack is still out. You could sort of see Shakespeare's little butt over here. And it is what it is. But the lovers here, the energy of major arcana number 6, the divine lovers, is that Gemini energy of black and white, yin and yang, the mirroring, okay? And it's not always an easy balance. It's not always easy for any of the energies involved. Okay, and that's how this is feeling now. So we're going with the flowing, we're leaning, we're not being control freaks. That's really the big message there. We are not going to be control freaks, not on this cycle. Because when we co-create as a mental goal or a mindset that we're setting for ourselves to co-create with the greater that we work with to bring things into the physical realm for people, for ourselves, for fun, okay? When we work with that force to create, that's what we want to do. We want to align to our truth, our authenticity, and our power, and we want to keep it perfectly balanced. And if we can't do that by spearing life, then we have to do that in surrender, okay? There's a very much so being called to be in the feminine, which I know for us Canadian females and a lot of females in the modern era, that it's not easy, okay? The world does not function off feminine energy, neither do we. So we snap into the, let me just mentally solve all these problems, and it's like, no. Okay, well, the lovers teach us that without the feminine, the masculine doesn't have much, and vice versa. Without the masculine, the feminine doesn't get to show much. Okay, so we have to take everything mental through the heart space, through the heart, and that'll bring in that feminine counterpart energy to whatever we're thinking, struggling with, going through, trying to problem solve, trying to achieve and accomplish. There is much to be accomplished and achieved in this energy still, so it's not that we have to necessarily slow down, but we do have to kind of shift what we're wearing and how we're moving, okay? Act accordingly. There's the energy of act accordingly. Okay, I'm just cleaning off some of my, look at that beauty, cleaning off some of my pillars and towers out here on the altar for us. We do still have some new camera setups coming where you guys will get to see the altar, and put like a little clip or whatever right here. You get to see the altar the way I see it, your cards and everything like that. Keep an eye out for some new content on the channel as well. We will be doing the Zodiacs soon. I'm just kind of tossing up how we're going to do the Zodiacs here, there, paid, free, yada yada. But there'll be lots of good content coming out, so please make sure you're subscribed, following in all the right places. I am on the internet in quite a few places these days, so if you love beauty and fashion, EBINOTTIbeauty is your home. And if you love the spiritual and you just want to align with the energies, EBINOTTI Official, okay? We're also on Instagram. There's a Facebook page, and there's a private Facebook group. I highly recommend heading over to the Facebook page, and from there, we will get you into the group if you're interested, okay? Time is just a fly-in. Let's see what we've got for cards today, my loves. Okay, we're going to start with the Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle. That's going to be first. Love that for us. Not mad about that. Who else, though? Oh, okay. So, let's talk a little bit about the astrology surrounding this new moon Aquarius, which would be, if you have a calendar or if you're in school or anything, you know it's the Chinese Lunar New Year. So, new moon Aquarius passed us on Wednesday. If you're watching this when it comes out, it is Friday. Just crossed us, okay? And the Chinese Lunar New Year came with it, and with that, ushering in the year of the snake and closing out the year of the dragon. So we are going to do the Dragon Oracle. The animals and the dragons. And when we're called to this much creature, when we're called to this much creature and energy, anyone knows who does this kind of work. This is animal medicine energy. This is medicinal energy, okay? These spirits, spirit guides, familiars, they come and they help, okay? So if you are tuning into animals, the animal kingdom, the jungle, nature, meaning the animal kingdom in the jungle and nature and how it works, it's a great way to understand a lot of our human things is by seeing how the jungle reflects that back to us, or any nature realm that you like. I always go to the jungle because I'm looking usually at human behavior, and that's where things get real clear for me, okay? So use nature in that way. Use the animals in that way. You remember Pocahontas? She's like, everything has spirit, okay? And you can use the spirits. You can give to the spirits, you can receive from them. In a big way, there's a couple things being called here. I'm seeing, like, what is that? A beaver? Small, I was going to say small hairy rodents. I say that with so much love, but I'm like, that's not the words. That's not the words we were, small hairy rodents. Come on, they're not going to feel love if I say that. The mammals, the mammal kingdom, the small, medium-sized mammal kingdom, anything that's calling to you from there. Very much so in this same vein. The bird kingdom and trees, okay? The heart, the wisdom, and the consciousness of trees might be calling you in a really big way. So there's some healing to be had there. I'm feeling wisdom coming off of that. Some deep understanding. So again, new moon Aquarius, we are all up in the highest chakras, okay? And we're working with air, so it's all about knowledge, all about understanding. People don't really talk about this very much, but the age of Aquarius is also called the age of miracles. Aquarius is not often given the credit for this, but it is miraculous energy. It is the magic turned miracle. Like that's how big it is. It's not little magic, it's big. Okay, so the timelines, animal spirit wisdom, healing energy, all coming together in a beautiful trifecta. I like the way that works. I like the way that's feeling, okay? Very powerful. 3 is always the energy or the collaboration of true power. In the beginning of true power, it's a 3. We like that as well. If you're into numerology or if numbers have been popping up for you, if you've been noticing those kind of synchronicities with Aquarius, we can really look for miracles, answers, knowledge, truth, synchronicities, and be given direct communication, okay? A little bit of shadowy energy coming in there just to warn that you want to know who and what you're communicating with, and that goes in the human realm and the spiritual realm at all times. You do want to be careful because there's a lot of fuckery that goes on with the powerhouse that is the mind, okay? So you want it to be a beautiful tool, not a cruel master, okay? You don't want to be enslaved to the shit that just plays on loop in your mind. This is a place where we can really put effort in to become mastered right now, okay? So if you've been struggling with getting control, or you've been noticing that you have no control and the mental space is somebody else's programming, it's time to get in there, deprogram and reprogram that shit for your own desires, your own will. Because the mind can be working when you're sleeping, the mind can be working when you're doing tasks, but the mind is working on an energetic frequency to attract and solve many things for you. You want to make sure that you're the one who laid that programming. Otherwise, you're doing that work for other energetic forces. Okay, you want to be really digging that out. This is a great collective to hang out, spend time, and work on yourself if you want to do the one-on-one work with yourself. Okay, so we support that for you. We are here. All of us tune into this collective for the same type of reason when it comes to air energy, which is clarity and recovery, okay? We are trying to heal so that we can be a precise sword. We don't want to be all broken and war-torn, kind of rusty swords in the air energy, okay? So cheers to your strengthening and your forging. Some of us are forging. You feel that fire energy come in very strong to purify and strengthen, okay? So if you're going through the fire, baby, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about trial by fire for 3-4 months now. Make sure you go back on those moon cycles. If you're called to a reading, you check it out now, because the messages are for us all, right? The messages under Aquarius energy this whole month, all the way up until the end of February, is gonna be Aquarius energy. So we're just kicking this off with the new moon. We are in it now, and if it's hard, these are the things to focus on, okay? You're forging, your trial by fire, facing down your fears, knowing that the mind is quite small when it comes to warrior energy compared to the heart, the fire center of the solar plexus. That's where our demon lives, you know, that's where it could get real stanky, but it can also save your fucking life because it isn't scared of anything. Your shadowy side or your darkness or your demon, you know, it's not scared of nothing. Okay, that's how it was made. It was made to be like that, to face down the things you have to face down spiritually, okay? So cheers to that. I'm gonna drink this before it gets cold today. Cheers. Okay, my loves, let's get it started right now. We're gonna actually start with the dragons and do the unknown animal spirit oracle second. If you're curious about my cards, my entire deck collection is listed down in the description box, so make sure you check that out. I always try to name the cards as well before we read with them, but if I ever miss that or you want to know anything about the readings, please feel free to leave a comment. Leave a comment if you want to share how the reading resonated for you, or anything that was a synchronicity for you, or anything you want to share with the collective in terms of the energy that we're discussing. You can share with the collective, okay? This is a safe space to say your piece and to help others. and to solidify and accept and receive the energy for yourself. So do what you need to do for that, and we support that for you, okay? I am myself a writer, so I enjoy writing and reading, especially authentic messages. The word of the year for 2025 around here is authenticity. So you can lean into that with us if you like. As I said, there's a lot more content from EBINOTTI on the internet, so please look around if you're interested. We do all kind of projects together, alignments together. We inspire each other quite a bit, so make sure you look around if you want to do some yearly reset stuff, share recipes, outfit inspiration. If you're a female or you wear female clothes, okay? Okay, the dragons. Let's see. I've been using a lot of dragon healing energy lately for myself and for the collective. So the dragon egg energy very much so coming through. Deep blue dragon. This is one of my favorites. If you know me personally, you know blue is my favorite color. And this deep royal blue, deep to the point of, I call it midnight blue when it hits that frequency for me. It's always what I call midnight blue. Because depending on the lighting, it can look black, you can barely see the blue, or it can be bright like this, because as you can see, he's blowing a huge line of fire to clear a path there, and it's lighting up all of his color, okay? So not only are we doing our work here, boom, it's also lighting us up in a big way, lifting us, brightening us, making us stronger. Remember, we were talking about using our fears and our failures to create that strength. Trial by fire. We face it. It does not ruin us. It makes us stronger. Deep blue dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on the path of light. Now is not a time to be fucking around with your dark energy, okay? It's not a time to be exploring your extremes either, unless it's extreme healing, extreme facing of your fears, etc. You don't want to be lashing out right now. You don't want to be using your energy out of balance right now. So if you're feeling emotionally or mentally out of balance, do not activate fire. And be very careful with air, the way it comes out of you, okay? Cheers to you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here and doing the work that you do on you. You have no idea, but it impacts the collective in massive ways, okay? And I can feel that for us today. Let's see what kind of wisdom we get from our dragons in the vein of protection. New moon Aquarius, ether element. I don't think I said that yet. Okay, when we do the collective readings for the moon cycles, we do the ether element. We got 2. And on the bottom, Archangel Gabriel's dragon. Do you think the archangels rode dragons? I do. Archangel Gabriel's dragon brings purification. Love that for us. Royal blue and white on the bottom. Yes. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. So if there's anything in the vein of discipline, get the mind on board. The mind can really help you if you program it properly. Keep you disciplined, keep you productive and efficient and clean. When you're producing in a clean, efficient way, it's like the flow state, overproduction or high production value, okay? And joy. Obviously, joy is a beautiful thing when it comes to discipline, because that's the real pride that we build for ourselves, comes from the things that matter to us on that level. When we're disciplined with the things that matter to us and we accomplish them, the level of joy we feel and pride and self-love, it's the only way to get there, okay? Outside of that, it's all loathing. Please know that. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond, okay? So under this energy being called to wear diamonds, feel diamonds, tap into the diamond, you don't have to be around here very long to know that I'm not a big fan of diamonds. For all the reasons that they have been tainted and perverted in our timeline. The abuse of things hurts and always will bother me as a Pisces, a water sign, and a feminine. Okay, so leaning into the diamond in any way, it's a very beautiful stone. I have prisms, I have cubic zirconium, and I have diamonds. Black and white diamonds in the family, things like that. So leaning into that, it's feeling a little ancestral right now and historic, okay? Whether you're more into the academia or the bloodline, diamonds are coming through for us. I like it. Royal blue and gold. So now we are not just in the royal blue or the deep blue family. We're bringing the gold into it. Diamonds and gold. Does anyone see where this is going? And pure white from Orion. Big mirroring energy, right? We saw the dark blue or deep blue dragon to start us, and the white, Archangel Gabriel's white dragon. And now we're getting a mirroring with almost the exact same but slightly altered dragons for the reading. So let's read these. Royal blue and gold dragon strengthens you to stand in your power and wisdom. Awaken your own majesty and wear your cloak of power and pride. You see, we were just talking about what makes you proud and what those accomplishments are, and where discipline, real warrior level discipline, comes into it. How many of you have been thinking about the military, the Marines, the Navy, you know, special forces, and the skill sets required to be special forces? Do you see what I'm saying? So how did they say it? Awaken to your own majesty. The awakening part of this is what's coming in for the collective in a big way. It doesn't have to be the military. It doesn't have to be diamonds, right? But we're hardening, we're strengthening, and we're getting extremely aligned to a massive amount of power here. The sword and the cloak side by side here are really symbolizing. It almost feels like you're being knighted, recruited, knighted. Even for some of us, it'll be appreciated or recognized for our valor or accomplishment. Okay. Excuse me. Now, with New Moon Aquarius, we'll look into the timeline when the tarot and we get the rest of our cards out here. We're going to see if that's career-based. In a lot of ways, that could be promotional or some kind of an offer or opportunity coming in for the collective when it comes to that knighthood or receiving the cloak and the sword. I like that. Pure white dragon from Orion transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Let's talk Aquarius, baby. Let's talk air energy. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty, and let your wings of light grow and expand. Getting some wings here, okay? So there's cloaks and there's wings, and everybody's getting a sword. And the sword is the truth, and it's the ability to defend the truth, and it's also the sharpness of the alignment to truth, reality, miracles, wisdom, knowledge, ascension, okay? And all of the big, big things. Transforms, okay? So white is a purifying energy, and when you think of trial by fire and you get into the white fire realm, things get really spiritual really fast, okay? Because white fire burns up our physical shit like so fast. But it does nothing but amplify the spirit. So the spirit's doing a lot of work. If the body is going through it right now, know that this is part of your transformation and ascension, because your spirit is doing the work. You don't get royal energy and gold and diamonds without having some fucking scars from battle, okay? Because we fight for power like this. Amongst humans, we fight for it, and we always have to defend it, be it innocence or wealth or power, okay? Or knowledge. Knowledge is one of the wealthiest things that we can have as human beings, and a lot of people will try and take it from you. I think it was the movie Dr. Sleep, you know, the Shining sequel, the second movie to The Shining, Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. Love that movie with Ewan McGregor. And what was I trying to say about it? It's slipping, it's slipping, it's dimming, it's dimming. He said something in there that was so relevant, and maybe the mystery of it is going to be why you go and watch it. So we'll leave that one right there. If it comes back, great. I highly recommend leaning into the literature, the cinema, the music that you're being called to lean into right now. There's going to be messages, healing, ascension, all kinds of things coming in there, especially for the divine feminine tribe of EBINOTTI, the collective out here. You guys are going to be receiving a lot of messages, so lean into the synchronicities, lean into the messages, the signs that you're receiving. If you have any desire for anything, give it a go. Just lean in, see what you get, okay? Trust yourself, take it slow. If you don't know what, some of you guys are like spiritual powerhouses and you know how to do this, and you've just maybe never really tried or aligned to it. Others, you'll be new to this and they'll be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Give it a go. Okay, we support both the novice, and there are some, I can feel there are some big, heavy hitting spiritual people out there. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna see now what the animals, the archetypes, and the healers have to say about this. Royal Blue and Pure White for New Moon Aquarius. Let's get into it. Okay, bottom of the deck. Ooh, water energy with the fish. Okay, and we're in reverse here. So in this deck, I do reversals very simple. The reversed cards are energy coming at you from the exterior, and the upright cards are your energy from the inside. Okay, so just clarifying who and where this is coming from. In reverse, we have beautiful water energy with the fish. You see that beautiful red new moon energy shining so fucking bright. So big messages for whoever's trying to manifest something in alignment with their emotions, something that fills their cup. In the winter season, if you're watching this when it comes out, these are timeless readings, but if you're watching it when it comes out, it's currently winter. And that means reflection and relaxation and the rejuvenation that's needed to fill the cup. This is the time of year to do it. A lot of preparation energy coming up in the spring as we get closer and closer to spring with Aquarius season. A lot of us are still focusing very much so slower, maybe than we'd like to be, but slower than we would normally be this time of year. So again, surrendering to when we have the bursts of energy to be productive and prepare and strategize all of 2025 and what we want to see in the next year or the next few months. But for the most part, we're taking the time to heal, and this is a really beautiful supportive energy coming in for the collective. Okay, some water energy, some wisdom. I'm getting ancient wisdom. So whether it's a project or a person that's coming in, it's going to take you to a place of symbiosis, okay, where you're going to be symbiotic with your environment or your job or your money or something big, something really important that has to do with the way you feel every day. Okay, there's something really resilient about the fish energy coming through as well. A little bit of that trial by fire energy, but now it's coming from the water element. So if you think of how a fish strengthens itself by swimming upstream, it's quite the battle, right? But it's natural, and they enjoy competing and being the best of the best, and we enjoy observing that in them. We always, take from the strongest, not the weakest. Okay. Let's see what the unknown animal spirits have to say. This deck is called the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle. Quite the title there. Okay, we got a few. We'll take them all. Ooh, very interesting. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the camel energy. So we had the fish in reverse, water energy, as our first theme, and now this is going to be our theme for the reading. It's going to stay face up like this on the altar as we pull all the rest of our cards. Okay, so this will interact with every card. Air, fire energy, forgive me, I always mess up the element of the camel, but that right there is the alchemical symbol for fire. And again, we get the new moon. If you remember seeing in the fish card, the new moon in red. So we've got a red, blue, again, yin and yang kind of energy if you look at the frequencies of red and blue. So many beautiful synchronicities. Fire and water. Love the way that those lovers balance out even elementally. Okay, so the camel endures. The camel is very strong and very peaceful as a creature, but it can be quite mischievous. So it has a dark side, which means it can be playful and it can be funny. It has a sense of humor, which is quite beautiful, and not often it's given credit for, but it does. It's quite funny. And it's also noble. It's an extremely noble, sturdy type of energy where its reserves can take it for a long time, but it can't always help others. It can't share the water that it stores or anything like that. So it's not much of a useful resource for others, but it is strong and it endures for itself. And if you need a camel can save your life. In a lot of different ways. It's like the horse energy when it comes to our travel and our chores and our duties. The camel has been an animal we've worked with for a long time, so it's like a partner. Okay, and even though you aren't equals or there's something weird about the partnership, it's a really beautiful one. where it's a win-win. Okay, we work together because we need each other. So there's being used in that energy, but there's nothing dark about it. If you remember how this will transform you to purify you and tap you into some ancient wisdom, it's you're going to learn how you give and receive, okay, from the animal kingdom maybe, or from nature, from man. Some of you are working with universe or God. Okay, we got all of our cards. So first energy out, we get the Firefly, air energy. And this is going to be sitting on the altar right here with the blue and gold dragon. Firefly is a burst of energy. It's quick. Okay, it also lights up the dark, like so shiny. So fucking bright, the brightest, the shiniest, like glitter, like LED lights, like these new fucking headlights that will literally blind you. Like, so a little bit blinding, which can make people uncomfortable. This is your energy, okay? Royal blue and gold. This can be an uncomfortable energy for anybody who doesn't genuinely, air element, doesn't genuinely want to see you winning, doesn't want to see you doing really good, doesn't want you to be the one who the tables have turned now and power is in, the ball's in your court. Or, do you see what I'm saying? So I can already tell getting into the tarot, this is going to be a fun one. With the people around us and the way we're feeling and the way it's showing us, the way other people actually feel about us. So don't think all kings and queens are loved by every single one of their subjects, because they are not. A lot of people thought they were going to be the king and the queen, and then they find out they are the fucking subject, okay? And you are the one. Then for the other side of the altar, we got two cards, both in reverse, okay? So let's look at them upright, just quick like. I want you to see and really feel the tarantula fucking on guard with that fire energy, and the earthworm, earth energy, so pure and innocent and new. Okay, a little bit on guard because we are new. Again, this feels sort of like the energy. It's going to be over here with our white dragon. Sorry if you just see me spit. A little bit new, a little bit, maybe I'm feeling some naive energy, brand new to the game, humility's coming in because you do that well. And all of this tension, with the tarantula energy being pure fire, all of that tension does nothing but put you in aces. Like you come out the gate just flying because you've already thought through all the best and worst case scenario. And if you haven't, that's a great way to balance out this energy. Let yourself process by visualizing whatever it is you're going to do. If this is a new job, a job interview, a date, or taking the next step with something, anything that gives you that sort of like feeling of, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I've never done this before. Some people have never called and made their own dentist appointment, you know? It doesn't feel small like this. It feels much bigger, but take the energy how it is for you and just smash this one. You've got this in 1,000 ways. You need to leap into this one, fucking wings spread and fearless, because there's nothing to be afraid of here. This is regular stuff. You've definitely got this. And on the other side of it, you'll look back and be like, I had that the whole time. So if you're struggling in the mental space, you know, let the mind come in and be like, you know, the astronauts and people at NASA and in the military do. Visualize it first. Let the mind, program the mind to work for you. Let the mind teach you how to visualize. So when it comes time to do, you've already processed most of the emotions. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Okay, earthworm, oops, and tarantula. Forgive me, I forgot to say now, because these are reversed, this is coming from an exterior force, okay? And that means that you are involved in this no matter what. But if it's somebody else that you're coaching, for some of you that is the case, you're not actually going through something yourself, you're coaching someone through it, use the same message. Right? Which is like, we're going to visualize this together. Walk them through their fears. And if it's you, write it down. If you have to, pros and cons. I always do it like this: best case scenario, worst case scenario. If I can handle those, then anything in between, I'm ready. I'm prepared for it. So a little bit of preparation energy here, or grounding. Doesn't have to be the mental or the air element that you used for this, just because we're under new moon Aquarius. You can use any of the chakra points, any tools at your disposal, any energy from nature to help balance out what is going to be a little bit of a heightened energy because we're new. And it's simply because we're new and there are unknowns here. Everybody feels that at every age. So You know, let that help make you strong. You know, if things are happening fast, like we saw with that firefly energy, there's some opportunities here and you want to be prepared to be the one to grab onto them. Okay, so if you're fearful, you didn't buy the ticket, somebody else won the lottery, okay? If you doubt yourself and you play that stanky me energy, you miss the opportunity same way, okay? But if you're optimistic, the earthworm is very beautiful. Let this energy touch you and come in for you and purify and transform you. To have trust and have fun and a good sense of humor. Let's not forget the camel talking to us. A good sense of humor can get you some real wealth or power or something you want right now, okay? Sorry, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. And I got to get this all right now because you guys are going to be able to see it soon, which is gonna be so cool for us. Whatever, it's wobbly. We're just leaving it. Okay, let's pick our tarot cards now. I am open for all of February at this point for tarot readings. If you want a personal reading from me, please just hit me up on any social media that you have me. Email to contact me is down in the description box, so you get the spelling all right and stuff. I will never reach out to you, so please reach out to me if you're interested in a reading, and I'll send you the price list and all my offers and everything like that, and we can go from there, okay? Open that conversation if you want it. And if you don't know, all readings and services in that realm of tarot are 50% off for the rest of the winter season, okay? Right up until my birthday on March 9th. And then for the last 2 weeks of winter before the spring equinox, we're going to do something special. So make sure you're subscribed and you hit me up if you want a reading. Ooh, I thought we were called for a second to a certain deck, but still nothing, hey? Okay. Oh, excuse me. I already know. I got the one. My sinuses are very gummy. We're going to use the Osho Zen Tarot today. Funky little deck. I don't remember how, when, or where I even got this deck now. It's been a long time that I've had some of these cards and we've been doing this work, okay? It's been a long time, so. Funky little deck. Doesn't get called too often. But when it does, it's always a good time. And I'm hearing that song, we're here for a good time. Not a long time, so have a good time. The sun can shine every day. Yeah. I love that we're rocking. Music is so healing and so beautiful and so powerful, but you have to have a little bit of humility to sing or dance like no one's watching. Yeah, okay, so that energy, the inner child, if you haven't seen these babies online dancing to music they love, my God, okay, my God, it will do the most for you. And know that your inner child is screaming at you to let them dance with these babies that they're seeing. So you have to allow that if you're being called for that. If that message hit you right in the heart space, you have to allow that, okay? And that's hearing your own voice, using the sound of your own voice, saying things to yourself like, I hate my voice, I hate my butt, I hate my body, I hate... Don't be using your tonal vibration to say shit like that to yourself right now, okay? The only people we accept things like that from is our enemies, because we know they hate us and we accept that and respect it. You can hate me, absolutely. And then within your own freedom of expression, you can say anything you want to yourself or whoever you feel like about me. Just watch saying that shit around me. But you have the right, okay? Just do not put that energy into yourself. For what? For what, okay? Be the camel, be the earthworm with that beautiful sense of humor and that inner child energy, okay? Where you can have a good laugh, you hear a song and it makes you feel things and you don't give a fuck who's watching, man. You're in it now, okay? Beautiful, brave, resilient, inspiring energy of the inner child hearing a song they love. Damn these cards. Everything's just wobbly today. The triggering is real, okay? So that's something the inner child also gets frustrated very quickly and has no sense of emotional control, stability, or maturity to handle that. So, you know, the inner child also needs to be holding hands with the mother-father energy, okay? Bottom of the deck to get us started with the tarot, we have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Water. Coming up as projections. Such a funky little deck, isn't it? We were talking mirroring. We've been talking lovers, Gemini, yin yang, masculine, feminine energy, and look at the projections and the mirroring going on here. Mirroring on their own, mirroring when they look at each other. Okay, so very much so this is feeling internal. We're dealing here with the internal selves, the aspects of the soul, and whatever else you got going on in there. And we're trying to keep things clear within the mental space. So the projections can come from exterior forces. We call it curses or bad juju, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's where that dragon energy of the egg and the protection, you can use that force at any time. I've been using it all my life to just throw up a quick egg, you know, just just make sure you clean up your own energetic field just in case there's anything stanky in there moving around, you didn't catch it. Or if there's any forces around you, we'll butt up against it and you'll feel the pressure of it. Okay, so we're learning to use our own energy to protect us and to sense things for us, like a sixth sense, as we get our first card. Excuse me while I get this. It went flying. Okay, first card out. Major Arcana 20, Judgment. Okay, Major Arcana, big energy to start us off. Holy moly. Coming up is Beyond Illusions. Okay, there's a heavy death energy coming in here, and you see that butterfly showing us all about, within the animal kingdom, they are about transformation, because the caterpillar does not stick around. Okay, it was only the phase to get to the actual existence, which is butterfly mode. So some of you really transforming spiritually to get into butterfly mode, and it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be a little awkward for you. That's why we're here. Because would you rather not be royal, or exactly? You want this. You want this as bad as you've wanted anything ever. Okay, so Beyond Illusion, you already know when we're talking mental energy, I love the synchronicity of Beyond Illusion, because the mind will get into fuckery if you let it. Okay, because everything out here is either programmed to be for or against. And the mind is the number one sense of attack, okay? Energetically, not even just physically. So multiple layers of attack and needing to protect and defend and get into alignment. And if you see that fiery yellow coming out here, it's like, yeah, if you have any like indigestion or anything going on in your guts, listen to your body, go to your doctor if you need to, you know, do what you do, but know that you've got some energy shifting through that portal, the solar plexus chakra. You've got some serious energy shifting through there to access some power for you so that you can escape something. There's something that you need to... There's a matrix, the illusion that you've been locked in thinking you were something because you were told it and you embraced it, but you're not. You're something else, and you're about to find that out. Moving beyond the illusion, okay? Big spark energy coming in with air element. You'd think Firefly was the fire element, and it's not. It's air. Because that fire, that spark, creates massive knowledge, okay? So looking for the signs, if we want to look for the signs, embracing the rebirth energy that's coming in. It's not quite a transformation like the death card would be. The judgment card is the call. And then you choose to become more, better, move. Take the inheritance, don't take the inheritance. What's that movie, the new Tomb Raider or whatever? She doesn't want the money. She's like, no, I don't want it. Fuck you. And then she finds out, long story short, is you better take that money, because if not, look who takes it instead. No, nothing good comes from the other people who want that money. Okay, so it's your responsibility to inherit and to pass on and to protect, okay? Very interesting. I'm kind of like, what the fuck? I don't even really like the new Tomb Raider. Tried to go back and watch the old ones, and I'm just like, oh, I just can't. Hollywood is Hollyweird for sure to me now. So I just can't. but I grew up on them and I love them, and I thought it was fierce and badass and all the things. Okay, second card out, 8 of Fire. Ooh, 8 of Wands coming in as traveling. Fascinating, fascinating energy. 8 of Wands traveling. Because when shit hits the fan, when things unlock, we make moves. Some of us, this is going to be traveling on vacations. The spark is going to be beautiful energy, traveling for work, finally getting a paid work trip. Okay, there's advancements coming in with this energy and we love it, but there is a path to righteousness, a path to wisdom, a path to power here for you. And as soon, for a lot of us, because it's our first 2 cards, this energy is in, it is solid. And for a lot of us, even though the energy's in, we can't quite see it, or we don't have our hands on the reins yet. Okay, so a beautiful energy of traveling in many different ways here coming in for the collective. If you're like, oh, I wanted it to be the trip, that's what it is for you then. It is the trip for you, not because you will it, but your desire is a representation of what you are meant to be aligning to. So it is for you. Okay, beautiful energy to start. We'll take that one and that one and that one. Making moves today. Central energy. Up, down, left, right. Queen of Water, receptivity. Look at that. So the Queen of Cups being central for us. The alignment to the heart space. Here's what's really coming in. Something or somebody, not even the tarantula, it's just the earthworm. Not even the tarantula. Something where somebody needs us, okay? And it's either our inner child or another inner child. Like somebody, it's going to be us either way, because this is coming in for us. And this Queen of Water, Queen of Cups is our alignment. Big Cancer energy coming in here. Again, if you didn't watch the last tarot reading that we did together for full moon Cancer, I highly recommend going back to it, because there's probably going to be some clarity for you in what's going on here, especially if some of this is a little behind, or if you're struggling with seeing and understanding if the mind has been racing. Okay, so easily nurtured here, easily safe space, like that we've created a safe space, we feel good about it, the inner child feels safe to create, have fun, play, learn. And because of that, the mother energy or the parent energy, the protector even, feels very in alignment. Okay, so when we align to our water, when we align to that kind of wisdom, we get rewards. Or rewards doesn't feel like the right word, but we get activation, because that's the reason that we align here at EBINOTTI, is to activate. Okay, next card out, the 4th card out. There they are, Major Arcana number 6, masculine, feminine, the Lovers. So when we align to the heart space, we make choices from a balanced place, especially as feminines. Okay, masculines, you align to the mental energy of the fire center. You're going to make those choices as your divine masculine self. So divine feminines in a big way, give yourself some props for this, because you have aligned and you will be making choices from an enlightened, a balanced, just a fucking powerhouse, I heard, perspective. Final card, the 5th card out before we clarify, the 9 of Cups. Okay, and I'm not kidding, this is a beautiful spiritual alignment. It's more than just your stars aligning, it's everything, your water, your fire, your air. Everything gets aligned. You are rooted and you are grounded. Sometimes there's toxicity involved in this alignment, or a little bit of discontent, dissatisfaction. Not feeling anything like that off of this right now. The only dissatisfaction is that once you get it all, you get some really intense energy coming in and threatening it, or making you doubt. This can fuck with the head a little bit or whatever, but this is coming from an exterior force to shake you up a little bit. Okay, so once you get into these big alignments and you start making big decisions, that doesn't mean everyone around you is going to function well in this energy. Okay, you might be a little bit more alone in it than you anticipated, as divines always are. Even the wolf in the wolf pack may have to live some of its existence as a lone wolf, and the death process is not kind in nature. Okay, so huge amounts of shifting and transformations going on within our friend groups, within ourselves here, when it comes to how we acquire our wealth and our power, and how we are capable of giving those things. to others. We want to be the vessel. We want to be the receptive one who is attracting. That's what feminine energy does in its nature and its superpowers. It attracts, okay? So becoming highly receptive, using that water element to heal us, okay, to clean us up. We use it inside, outside. We use water, okay, and that's the message. Use the water. First clarifier coming out under the Judgment card, this Beyond Illusion card of the Major Arcana, we get the Three of Pentacles coming up as guidance. Yes. I love this deck because it just throws you. It just makes you think so creatively about the energy you're reading. Three of Pentacles, we brought up 3 being the number of power. That's pyramid energy. That's the first stabilization of power when there are other energies involved. Whether you're co-creating with spirit, God, the universe, you're collaborating with your friends, your family, your business partners, your kids, okay, there's a very powerful sense of collaboration and mentorship. Because the Three of Pentacles with guidance is coming out under the Judgment card, it's like you very much so have a mentor, and it's like Anubis, okay? You are guided down the path. He's not just going to let you go running off into the fog or do things you're not supposed to do. He's keeping an eye on you, even though you feel alone. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're in the in-between. The underworld is where you're going, and all of that for the next adventure. And it's like you think you're alone, but you're not. Okay, very much so guided by the higher beings. Okay, not just the higher frequencies or the higher dimensions or realms, whatever you want to call them, but it's like the higher beings. Remember, we saw Archangel Gabriel. You know, you are very much so not alone. You have ancestors. You have other versions of yourself, your aspects, okay, like dragons and whatever else you tune into. And then you have literal winged beings, you know, from other realms here to support you in part of that. Or that you can align to and use that energy, okay? Let's see here what else we get. Okay, we got a couple. First one, Major Arcana 4, Divine Masculine Energy, the Rebel. This is the Emperor, okay, of Major Arcana. Coming up under the 8 of Wands, fascinating energy. Okay, the Emperor is fire, okay, the Master, the Divine Masculine, fully in alignment here. Making moves, bringing you the things that you need in terms of resources. 8 Wands coming at you could mean that you're moving, but you're going to catch a lot of these as well. So divine timing is going to be really important for some of these messages. Trust your gut and your heart as a compass when it comes to yes or no. When you're answering, responding, try to respond instead of react to things like the Divine Masculine does. We talk about James Bond energy a lot, being cool, calm, and collected. He doesn't react, jump react, act immature, act a fool. He's not an elder, okay? He's not always mature or perfect. He's a little bit skeezy when it comes to women and things, but he's very much so in alignment, okay? And he knows when and where to go maximum effort, okay? Beautiful energy, beautiful activations coming in for when we do need to get shit done. We've got the energy, okay? We're hearing the calling. We're collaborating with the right people, taking the right messages, and because of that, we get this incredible activation, massive amounts of things being produced and accomplished. This is the energy you've been in, okay? Some of us are a little slow to it. It takes a little bit longer. A lot of the collective has been working with that energy. The spark is there. We are in alignment with it, okay? Central energy, oh, look at us go. Sorry, just give me 1 second while I figure out one little thing here. Page, Knight, Queen, King. Okay, so this is the King of Water. I don't believe it. That looks so much like the Page. Page, Knight, King, Queen. Oh, Page of Water coming out under the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups, okay? Pisces and Cancer energy coming in very strong. I already told you I'm a Pisces, so you know this is a very relevant energy to me, which is why I'm like, that's not the king. Okay, that is the page. The trust fall, the trust leap, trusting your own weirdness, not being afraid, being the only one on the dance floor, grabbing that karaoke microphone for the first time in your life and you swear you would never do it, because why not? What are you ashamed of? That's your voice. Okay, you can't sing, so what? If you want to sing or you want to be good at singing, practice, learn, okay? Very simple. Under New Moon Aquarius, you can learn anything you want. You can do anything you want, have it, be it, do it. Learn it, especially. Make it authentic and it's yours. You know, that is the real message here. If you want it, ask and you shall receive. End of discussion. You do not have to be afraid. You can trust this energy, okay, and yourself to get what you want, to go in the direction, to find the people, resources, places. Timing is something that if you look for, you probably will never line up to. You'll never find it if you're looking for it. But if you surrender and trust and have faith, it will come to you 100% of the time. If you don't believe me, try me. Try that one. Test the theory for yourself. Nobody's going to be able to show you and teach you until you're ready to taste that one on your own. Okay, so as we get our next card. Wow, the major arcana is heavy. Major arcana number 8, courage. This is the strength card, okay? Courage under the Lovers is everything that every human must battle with at some point, our bravery and our fears. When it comes to love, when it comes to the life that we want, we all think that we're afraid of like darkness, but we're not. Most of us are actually afraid of the light. We're afraid of the things we want. We're afraid to admit to ourselves and others that we want them. We're either ashamed of it. We deeply, deeply feel that we cannot have it for whatever reason. Whatever reason, we feel that we cannot have it. And yet the pain that we feel in desiring these things, be brave. Be brave enough to do it alone, to do it awkwardly, to do it uniquely if you must, okay? And even more so, be brave to do it with others in your heart. Believe it or not, there are people that want to support you. There are people that want to align to you, your vision, your energy. They want to add to it. They want to take from it in the best ways because they know it will improve their lives, their energy, and their power. There's nothing more proud as a woman to know that you made your man feel strong and he went out and accomplished something amazing because of it. So supporting each other in big ways, giving each other a sense of pride and strength and courage. Okay, so being cheerleaders for each other here, showing up in the heart space for each other here with that mental energy. This is men in the trenches together. This is facing down demons together. This is, you know, moon circles coming together and doing that work. So being very courageous here, not afraid. We're not afraid. We're receptive and we are trusting in our feminine energy. And from there, we are seeing what the divine feminine and masculine together can come up with if they trust each other and if they are receptive to co-creating together. Okay, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Okay. Okay, let's get our final clarifier out before we wrap. There it is. That didn't take us long. And on the bottom, ooh, new vision, major arcana number 12. This is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Look at the beauty of the art. Like, I'm so glad that we picked this deck today. We're going to have to talk about that. But let's finish out the reading with our final clarifier. King of Fire. Out here to clarify the 9 of Water. Now, remember when I said the 9 of Water, coming up as laziness, can have some like crippling or stanky, janky energy attached to it, and you don't this time. This is not what you're going towards. You're not going towards the overconsumption, the alignment with dissatisfaction, or anything like that. King of Fire, King of Wands is the energy on the subconscious level of this, okay? So your alignment does nothing but spark exactly who and what you are, which is not a fucking joke out here. Okay, look at the royalty of these two figures here. These two. Look at that. Okay, we've got Buddhist monks and the wisdom of the ancients and the elders and all of that. And you chilling fucking LA beach bum style, hippie mode, fucking caftan and the, you know, wearing a fucking moo-moo here, living your best life. And then something sparks. Okay, and it's solid. This energy, the firefly air element, is temporary. This energy that it brings in is not. Okay, this is a massive activation for the collective, bringing in, bottom of the deck, hangman energy, a new vision. Okay, fire is very capable of visualizing. Remember I said the tarantula energy being upside down or in reversed is an exterior force. Look at the energy on this side of the altar right now, because this exterior force that's coming in is going to align you, solidify something for you, okay? What is he called? The creator. So beautiful. Creation energy, activation, containers, like where you do a program together, you get into a container. Digital spaces, like again, moon circles, fire circles, rituals around fire, drum circles. Like I'm feeling all of the creation, and it's not just art, that's hobbies and that's fun. This is creation on the level of nourishment, abundance, resources, others. Okay, resources in the form of earthly things, but also the alignment to water is the resources of everything, okay? There's love, there's ideas, there's creation, there's projects, there's work, there's reward, there's downtime, and there's high production, okay, with all that fire. We are looking for this. We are looking for this person or this situation or this event to come in for us, where just like that, the spark is... It's like a little spark is the synchronicity of the royalty of your ancestors coming in to bring this energy to you. And the second it's ready, it becomes a light. You know, this is like a matchstick, and this is the lantern being like, now it's pumping heat and air and energy, and things are moving, the heat wave energy coming up above it, massive amounts of productivity here. So again, have the courage to be the little putt-putt that could. You're the little engine that could this time, baby. So many weird shows popping into the mind here. Okay, and then finally, let's look at all the bottom of the decks together here. So the new vision, the co-creation, again, being very, very significant here. So again, in the camel, as much as you think that that's water energy, it's not. It is fire energy. Look at the alchemical symbol. So we've got Archangel Gabriel and his dragon out here talking about diamonds, one of the hardest substances on the fucking planet. Diamonds can cut through glass. That's not a myth. That's not one of those Mythbusters things that we all thought, oh, females have one fucking extra rib, and, you know, that ain't true. But the one that diamonds can cut, that they're one of the hardest substances on the planet, that is true. And there's a huge amount of pressure and cookery and all of these wonderful, miraculous things that create a substance like the diamond, okay? Or a creature as profoundly awesome as the camel, okay? The animal spirits do not get enough credit for being fucking awesome in all of their quirky weirdness, especially the funny ones. I have a real soft spot and power center inside me for the animals like the camel with a sense of humor. When we've been watching the Planet of the Apes, the 4 Planet of the Apes movies, I've never really sat down and watched them, and I watched them. And the thing I love most about the ape species is their sense of humor amongst the different like subspecies of ape. There's like the gorilla, the chimp, chimpanzee, the gorilla, the orangutan, and then whatever the other one is. And they all have the same sense of humor, and that's how they jive, you know? And it's like, okay, I can get down with anybody. I can understand their sense of humor, because it's a great way to break the ice. Even if we're talking about something serious, or we need to talk about something serious, we can start with a little bit of like a humor moment. So doing a lot of visualization With Hangman energy, we get into Pisces, the sacrifice. Some of us may be feeling the need to sacrifice something for something spiritual. It's feeling very spiritual. So if you've been thinking about getting disciplined and starting like a new workout routine and giving up a vice, that could be as spiritual as like, you know, the cultures that do Lent or something, 40 days of giving up because of the sacrifice of, and you know, so we're getting a little deeper into the meanings here. We're keeping our sense of humor, and we're knowing that this pressure cooker literally makes diamonds, and that we have diamonds at our disposal. So there's a 1, 2, 3 kind of energy here, which is feeling very collaborative. It's feeling very supported. We don't need to be afraid, but we do need to be active, okay, on guard. Because we do want to catch this and we don't want to miss it. It's like there's a bus coming at 3. You don't want to fucking miss it because it is the bus you want to be on. It's not that you need to be on that bus. You fucking want to. That's why it's a need, okay? So you want this bad. And you want to really make sure that you're aligning to the kind of creation where the sacrifice is worth it. So if you're being called to sacrifice without any information, let's not forget this is New Moon Aquarius, okay? It's the trust energy that you were asked to do. Jump before you know. You have to line up to the frequency of the truth, not the physical, scientific, factual, evidential answer of the truth. You have to know this one because it's for you and it's what you asked for. That's why. That's why. And we're going to leave that one right there. A beautiful reading today. New Moon Aquarius. It is open. Thank you so much for being here today and doing the work that you do on you. If you need anything from me, check out the description box. That's all my contact. Please do leave a comment if you have anything that you want to share with the collective. It's a safe space, so please do that. We love to write around here, so we love to read as well. I don't think there's anything else to tell you, but I do want to keep talking. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why, guys, but I never go until it's time to go. So let's have a quick little smoke and we'll see what we gotta, what more there is to discuss. We're an hour and 11 minutes in. And we saw, it doesn't even feel like card related. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything for us here. Excuse me. I was making a little bit of a mess here at the end. So let's reorganize these guys. I can feel that there's more. I'm just not entirely sure what it could be. And the vision. A lot of energy coming off of this one here. And you just don't want to go back down. So under the vision card on the bottom of the deck, or the Hanged Man energy, we get the 3 of Wands, which taking action, okay? We see the vision, we hold the vision. When we understand the vision, we open to the next step, which is the action to take. And divine timing is a big part of this. When we're in Hangman energy, we are hanging upside down from a single foot. Okay, so you can't just cut yourself down, get up and start running towards a vision. You're going to have to let your blood pressure rebalance out and your equilibrium and things like that before you move. So you wait. And when your body says go, you go. Okay, so there's a beautiful energy here coming in of timing, understanding what kind of timing we're in and why that might be so important to us, because this is not small energy. We've got royal colors, diamonds and gold, and archangels with pure white fire behind them. The dragons of white are fire, heavy fire, the fieriest, to purify us, and that's for a reason. Okay, so we have to work with that energy and embrace it, and we have to heal through some of the burning of it, because some of it really is strong. But you know, we got emperor energy on the board. We've got king of fire energy. I mean, these are dragon riding men here. Okay, they are very capable of handling that kind of energy. And then to support all of that, we have the lovers here, where the divine feminine is in balance, in equality, all the good things, and alignment, and supporting, and right there. Okay, this is being together, working together, doing it together, okay, as opposed to alone, even though this is very much so a masculine activation today. Okay, and that's it. Final message. Thank you again so much for being here. I love you. Until next time, work with the energy, work with yourself. We are here to support that for you. I love you so much, and I will see you on your next reading.